All right, we're back for our daily NBA predictions here on the channel. It is December 31st, New Year's Eve, and we have got 6 games in the NBA, with 2 of them being at noon today as well. And we've got some really good value, I think, in 2 games especially that I really like. And again, if you've been watching daily on the channel, which if you aren't, you should, and make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more daily NBA predictions here on the channel. But there are 2 teams that we do tend to take a lot that I really like in some spots today, and we're gonna go through all of these games here in the association on December 31st. So folks, again, let's get into it. And if you haven't yet, make sure to go check out our college basketball predictions. That was posted an hour before this video on the channel as well. So go make sure to check that video out after you're done watching this one, as well as our college football predictions. Today is the Fiesta Bowl between Boise State and Penn State, and we've got that game predicted in every other game today and tomorrow in college football, linked down below in the description. So make sure to check out all those videos if you haven't yet. And here is the full bowl game schedule prediction schedule. Got my words switched up there. On the channel, obviously, on January 2nd, we will have our final 4 predictions for the college football playoffs, plus every single bowl game this week or next week. And on top of that, the FCS championship game between Montana and North Dakota State. All right, let's get now into our NBA predictions for today. This is not one of the 2 games I was talking about, because we have a 16.5-point favorite in this game, the Boston Celtics, taking on the Toronto Raptors. Who cares? I don't know. No, Boston minus 16.5. Don't play it. This is my advice for you to this basketball game. Stay away. Now, I don't know why the Raptors were 1.5-point dogs at home in their last game against a red-hot Atlanta Hawks team. It made no sense. I told you to hammer the Atlanta Hawks in that basketball game, and the Hawks won the game by 29 points. Sure, again, the Raptors were somewhat competitive in the first half, but Atlanta just pulled away from that basketball game. And Trae Young, guys, is a top 10 player in the league right now. There's no other way to put it. Again, there is no Hawks game today, so I can't talk about Trae Young as much as I want to right now, but dude, Trae Young's a baller. The Hawks are, the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference, and nobody's talking about them. Now, Boston's the 2nd seed, obviously. Currently, they're 23-9, taking on the 7-25 Toronto Raptors. Toronto's bad, and everyone knows it. Their last victory, like the Charlotte Hornets, their last victory is the Indiana Pacers, December 3rd. I think the Pacers have turned the page, obviously, because that's who the Celtics' last game was, and the Pacers beat them. Shout out to Tyrese Halliburton. Finally, can't believe I'm saying this, a vintage Tyrese Halliburton performance. 31 points. Indiana won as plus 400 dogs and 10.5-point underdogs on the road in their second of 2 games in Boston. We told you to take the plus 10.5. Didn't think they were going to win, but hey, go Indiana. We'll get to them in a minute. Again, it goes without saying, Jason Tatum's playing elite basketball this season. We know that. Jaylen Brown playing really well as well. Obviously, again, Tatum averaging 28.5, Brown averaging 25, Kristaps averaging 18. This is a good Boston team. I'm not going to say it's not. Toronto, though, is potentially without their all-star this season, RJ Barrett. He is out. Okay, it's already been announced that RJ Barrett, due to an undisclosed reason, hopefully everything's all right with him, he's not playing today against the Boston Celtics, meaning that's why, or kind of showing why this line is where it's at, 16.5. Also, Grady Dick is questionable, so the Raptors might be without Dick in this game as well. Davion Mitchell, questionable. Bruno Fernando doesn't play huge minutes for this team, but he is questionable as well with a toe injury. So, there's a lot of injuries piling up for the Raptors. Again, if Grady Dick doesn't play, that's a huge loss for this team, but regardless of if they get Dick or not, if there's Dick in Boston, okay, I need to stop. RJ Barrett's not playing, and that's really going to hurt this team, obviously, again, with Barrett being their best player and Barrett being a guy who is likely going to the All-Star game this season. Give me the Boston Celtics. They're the better basketball team. They should blow out Toronto. They should make this game with the Raptors look like their first game against the Indiana Pacers. Straight blowout. They dropped to 142 in that first game against the Pacers. They should blow out the Raptors, and the Raptors play significantly worse in the United States than they do in Canada, and they still don't even play all that well in Canada. So give me the Celtics. To our other noon game, this is one of the 2 games, big shocker, we're taking the Indiana Pacers. Okay, I really like Indiana in this spot. At home against the Bucks, they're coming off the Celtics victory, so don't screw this up. Giannis is not playing. I don't think, he's questionable. Why did they say he's out? He's questionable. That sucks. I was kind of thinking he wasn't playing. ESPN said he was out, and then the report is that he's questionable now. What's going on? He practiced. He's gonna play. No. He's gonna play. Minutes restriction. We're fine. No, we're back. Giannis might be on a minutes restriction tomorrow. We're back. Conditioning issues, obviously. Okay, we're fine. Indiana. The Pacers should be able to get this one done, okay? I was kind of hoping the Bucks weren't at full strength here, but it's okay. Even with Giannis back, if we get Giannis on a minutes restriction, I think we're going to be okay here with the Indiana Pacers. I like the Pacers a lot. I keep saying this every single time the Pacers play, and I hope I'm right this time. I think Tyrese Halliburton has found his footing. Every single time, again, Tyrese has a big night, I say this, but I think we're back with Tyrese Halliburton. Again, I am a little bit biased because Tyrese is probably my favorite player in the NBA. Yeah, LeBron, Tyrese. Whatever. I really like Tyrese Halliburton. Victor Oladipo is not playing anymore, so, you know. Or some team, give Victor Oladipo a shot. I don't want to see him still on ESPN being an analyst at 32. Someone give Vic a shot, please. Please. Indiana, do it. No, I don't know. Miami, he loves Miami. Man, just sucks. Regardless, Tyrese had a big night in Boston, right? Tyrese, when he shoots the ball more than 5 times, like he did in the OKC game, is great. 31 points in the Boston game, the second one, 11 for 19. Shooting, 1 for 6 at the 3-point line. We're not going to talk about that, but still, Tyrese was good. 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 31 points in 36 minutes. That's all we can ask for. That's all we can ask for out of Tyrese Halliburton. Those are all-star numbers, not the 4 points he's putting up in their loss to OKC the last time Indiana was at home. Okay, again, the Pacers need to build off of their momentum. They've been struggling to do this all year long. This is the time to capitalize. You just beat the Celtics. I don't know why I want to say the Thunder, because I was thinking the best team in the NBA, the Thunder, not the Celtics. Go beat the Bucks, a Bucks team that has lost back-to-back games. They lost to the Bulls, they lost to the Nets, and Dame played the last game against the Bulls, and Chicago was still able to outscore them. And Chicago ultimately kind of plays like Indiana. They run the court, they play quick. If Indiana can just do what Chicago did, they should be able to win. I love the Pacers in this spot. On top of this, it is in the Gainbridge Fieldhouse. It is in Indianapolis. We love the Pacers in this spot. -1.5, just take the money line. -115 for Indiana at home against the Milwaukee Bucks. On top of this, they beat them in the playoffs last year. Okay, I get it. Giannis didn't play. Dame was hurt, but hey, they're going to do it again. Give me Indiana. Okay, we go to our next game here. I'm not too confident with this one, I'll be honest with you. But we're going with the Spurs over the Los Angeles Clippers. Okay, the Clippers played yesterday. I was watching that game. They kind of got bailed out. A steal got called off. They said it was a foul. Harden went to the line at the end of the game. Yves Messi missed a free throw to potentially tie the game. But hey, Los Angeles hit. We gave you a little parlay. We did Knicks money line, Clippers money line, Nuggets money line. It hit fairly easily. Well, actually, the Knicks and the Nuggets won fairly easily. The Clippers, that was a struggle. They were down big in that game, but Los Angeles came back. Okay, this is why I like the Spurs. Second half of a back-to-back for Los Angeles. Guys, Norman Powell, I think Norman Powell's an all-star. I honestly think, let's see, again, I don't know what the media thinks about Norman Powell, so we're about to look this up. Norman Powell all-star. Is there actual discussion about this? ESPN, Norman Powell deserves to be an all-star this year. Facebook, nothing about all-star. Send Norman Powell to the all-star game, man. No politics. Let's reward the production. Former UCLA Bruins star makes shocking NBA all-star case. Norman Powell on Reddit absolutely deserves to be an all-star. He's been the true replacement for Kawhi while he's been out. He's been reliable. Okay, I don't know why it's a shocking case that Norman Powell's an all-star. Guys, Norman Powell is by far the best player on the Los Angeles Clippers. I understand Harden's impact. Harden does a lot for this team. But guys, they would not be where they're at without Powell. When Powell doesn't play, we look at these Clippers games and we go, oh, can they really get it done? Harden's really gonna have to do a lot because they don't have Norman Powell in the lineup. Powell's missed 6 games this season, but he's been great. 24.5 points per game. I get it. That's all he does. But, guys, you have to reward the man. Powell's been amazing this season. The least they could do is send him to the three-point contest. But he really, again, he deserves to be an all-star this year. Because, guys, the Clippers are 19-13. They are currently, 5th in the Western Conference. Better record than the Nuggets. Better record than the Lakers, the Timberwolves. And it's because of Norman Powell, who's been doing this without Kawhi Leonard in the lineup. I get it. His numbers will go down when Kawhi eventually comes back in a couple weeks. But for this half season, Norman Powell's been great. Reward the man with his all-star bid. I do think the Spurs get this one, though. It's in San Antonio. Wembanyama should have a night. The Spurs didn't play last night. The Clippers did in New Orleans. The game's in San Antonio. The Spurs played 2 nights ago where they really choked a game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. They had that one and they lost it. I bet Minnesota, so I was happy, but still. Wemby dropped 34 and 8. I mean, he does this every night. Wemby's a freak. He's a freak. He's a freak talent, and he's great. But they lost that Minnesota game. Now they got to play Los Angeles, and I think they'll be fine. I think Wembanyama, again, who has had pretty big nights throughout the entire course of the season. I think he'll show up, and I think I think the Spurs will beat the Clippers. And I think they'll cover the 3.5 points. Again, this is probably the pick I like the least out of all these, other than the Boston one. Just because I hate betting huge spreads like that, especially in a game where maybe Toronto hits some shots and they stay competitive. No, this is my second least favorite pick of the day, but we're going with it. Give me San Antonio minus 3.5. They will win at home at the Frostbank Center against the Los Angeles Clippers. Let's move on to the best team in the NBA by far, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Guys, OKC is just, they're on a different level, guys. I get it. John Morant didn't play the game against Memphis, for Memphis. John Morant didn't play against the OKC Thunder. I get it. But the Thunder's still beating that team by 24 points. And if you've been paying attention to the Grizzlies this season, Jaren Jackson's truly been their best guy. And OKC dominated that basketball game. And they dominate pretty much every single game they've been in. Guys, this team still has not lost a regular season game since the 1st of December. We are coming up, if they can win this game on a full month, where this team has not lost a regular season game, the in-season tournament does not count. The final game does not count against the Bucks. Like, if you look at the record, there's a separate stat category on all these players' pages for in-season tournament final, just like there is for LeBron James, just like there is for Tyrese Halliburton, there is for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Giannis Antetokounmpo as well, okay? And Jalen Williams, right? All these guys. OKC's been great. They will beat a Timberwolves team, which, again, it got by in the Spurs game, barely got by in the Rockets game, obviously, with the game winner by Anthony Edwards. They're not going to just get by in this game against the Thunder. They're going to get absolutely pummeled. Guys, Ant has been bad the last 2 games. I get it. He hit the game winner in Houston, and that's the big takeaway from that basketball game. But other than the 3-pointer to win the game for Minnesota, Ant was not on, and he was not on the last game as well against San Antonio. Dante DiVincenzo had a huge night, and he's had big nights in their last 2. Julius Randle has been decent, but I do think Randle is just, I don't know. He's not a guy that's going to take over a game and win it for you. Gobert is obviously a defensive presence as well, but when you compare these two teams, OKC is by far the better squad, and OKC is the best player in the NBA, and his name is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's the best player in the league. He is the MVP. I go through the same little rant every single day, but guys, Shai put up 35 points in the Grizzlies game. He does this every single night. The guy's averaging 33 points a night. He's the best player in the league, and it's not even close. It is close, but he's the best scorer, and I do think he's the best player in the league. Guys, he's got his team to 26-5. They're about to not lose in a full month. This guy's the most valuable player. And the Thunder will take care of business. Again, the Timberwolves have just gotten by. And I believe the last 3 games, they blew that big lead on Christmas and eventually won again against a Luka-less Mavs team, obviously, when he went down in the second quarter. Go back before that, Minnesota lost 3 games. Knicks, Warriors, Hawks. Barely got by in 3 in a row. OKC cleans it up, and the Thunder absolutely dominate this game at home. Give me the OKC Thunder, the best team in the NBA to win at home and in Oklahoma City. Give me Mr. Aura, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They'll cover the 7.5 points, and it'll be tough as well. Next up, I don't know. I'm playing into the Shai cringe a little bit, okay? Trust me. I don't actually, talk like that. Okay. To our next game. We go to Phoenix, Arizona. We have got the Phoenix Suns taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. I like the Grizzlies here. I know. The Grizzlies are 5.5 point dogs. John Morant is in the sling. He's out for a couple weeks with the AC joint sprain. Oh, okay. Plus 180. Yeah, give me the Grizzlies. I know. They are pummeled with injuries. I get it. They are really bad with injuries. But I don't think Devin Booker's returning for this game. If Devin Booker returns, guys, okay. I would wait to bet this. Because if D-Book gets announced as playing, I'd just stay away. Because this line's going to go to 8.5, 9.5. Then I just stay away from the Grizzlies. But if D-Book doesn't play, yeah, I do like Memphis to win, regardless of their injuries. We can talk about all the injuries Memphis has. They have a lot. G.G. Jackson's been out the entire season, but he's still out, obviously, with the foot surgery. Vince Williams, he's been out for a while. Marcus Smart is out right now with a partial tear of a proximal and extensor hood of his right finger. I assume that's just this, but regardless, Marcus Smart's out. Santi Aldama is out with a left ankle sprain. Jake LaRava is out, ankle injury. Brandon Clark's out, calf injury. Zach Edey's got a concussion, he's out. Yuki is probably playing, so that's great. We might actually see some Yuki minutes. And then Ja obviously has the shoulder injury. That's fine, because you know who's still playing? Jaren Jackson. This still got Jaren Jackson. They still got Desmond Bane. Jalen Wells is still playing. Kennard's going to have to play minutes. Scottie Pippen's not horrible. I still think the injured Grizzlies can get it done against an injured Phoenix Suns team. But again, here's the difference. If D-Book plays, I just stay away, because I always say it with the Suns. They're great. They are. And Kevin Durant is still elite. He's still a top 5, top 10 player in the NBA. But without Devin Booker, it's really hard for him to straight carry the load. Also, Nurkic is suspended, so he's still suspended with his Najee Marshall fight, right? I think he is. Right? I think the suspension's actually gone through now. 3-game suspension. So again, yes, he's going to be out for a little bit. That makes a difference. Because now, okay, Edey's not playing, but now Jaren Jackson likely slides to the 5 because they have no other bigs. What, Jay Huff's going to have to play, but still. JJJ slides over to the 5, okay. Then Mason Plumlee's starting for the Suns. The Suns are dealing with their own stuff. Grayson Allen probably not playing, Russell O'Neal not playing, and if D-Book doesn't play, then I love the Grizzlies. I think, again, both these teams are playing without a lot of their main guys, but if D-Book doesn't play as well, then I do like the Grizzlies in this little reserve battle here. But again, I'd wait to bet it. But again, as we're assuming no Devin Booker, I would take the Grizzlies against a Phoenix team who's without 2 of their bench guys and without their starting center as well due to suspension because he fought Najee Marshall. So give me the Memphis Grizzlies on the road here. Again, I'd wait, but we're going to take the Grizz. We're going to go plus 180 on the Grizzlies and plus 5.5. Give me Memphis on the road in Phoenix against the Suns. Next up, we go to our final game of the night. We talked about it earlier. More plus money opportunity in a spot I really like. Give me the Los Angeles Lakers against the Cleveland Cavaliers in LA at Crypto. Okay, I wanted to say Staples because it should still be Staples, but whatever. Guys, LeBron James is not losing his first game as a 40-year-old. Just imagine the Sports Center and ESPN headlines after LeBron James beats the best team in the NBA in the Cleveland Cavaliers at 40 years old. Just think about that. That is going to be the main story tomorrow night. That LeBron James gets it done at 40 against the league's best team, and LeBron puts up 40 points. He's playing. He's questionable. He's playing. LeBron's not that sick. He wasn't even there the Sacramento game on Saturday. But he was at practice today. You saw the rookies, Dalton Connect and Bronny were singing him happy birthday. LeBron's playing this game against the Cavaliers. He's going to play. It's a huge game for the Lakers. LeBron is giving it a go. Anthony Davis should be playing. He's questionable. He's going to play. Gabe Vincent, I don't think Gabe's playing. The Lakers broadcast said he's probably that oblique injuries. I don't think he's going to play. I don't think is DFS playing tomorrow? I guess Dorian Finney-Smith is going to give it a go. His first game as a Los Angeles Laker. We also have Shake Milton now here. If Gabe Vincent doesn't play, then yes, Shake Milton is going to be needed tomorrow night, who I do think, again, will be a good depth piece for the Lakers this season, again, when Gabe Vincent's, injured and stuff, such. But I like the Lakers in the spot against the Cavs. The Cavs just played last night. I've been looking at the spot for a while. Guys, Cleveland just played last night. They beat the Warriors, sure. Darius Garland had a big night. Donovan Mitchell obviously doing his thing. But now you get the Lakers on a second half of a back-to-back. You've been on the road for a while. They started on Friday where they went to Denver and won. They've been in big games on the West Coast. I get that. But eventually it takes a toll. And now you get the Lakers on a second half of a back-to-back. A Lakers team that is playing better right now. They're able to beat the Kings. So I know everyone can beat the Kings. The Mavericks sold it yesterday, but it's fine. They were able to beat the Kings without LeBron James. Austin Reeves, guys, we need to talk about how well Austin Reeves has been playing. AR averaging 18 points a game. There's a reason the Lakers don't want to trade him. There's a reason why the Lakers have kind of considered him untouchable, and it's for a good reason, guys. AR has been that good this season. He's been great scoring-wise. His passing continues to evolve. AR is a really good player for the Lakers, and there's a reason. Again, he is part of this kind of big three of Los Angeles, obviously with AD and LeBron. I think partially what this line is too, plus 3.5 for Los Angeles. The money line is what? Plus 135 is because there is doubt around if LeBron James is playing. Guys, trust me, LeBron is not going to sit out the day after his 40th birthday. This is his first game as a 40-year-old, and LeBron's going to make it his mission to put up 40 points. Okay, so I don't usually do prop bets, but we are going to take LeBron James. I'm not going to play it. I'll probably take LeBron's over. LeBron, though, I think is going to score 40 points. I think he'll find a way. for his 40th birthday and imagining in the scenes and the storylines and the narratives that are created after this game where LeBron scores 40. It's going to be, oh, Jordan didn't put up 40 when he was playing on the Wizards. You know, I know LeBron's older than Jordan was on the Wizards, right? Yeah, he definitely was. But still, you know, it is what it is. Give me the Lakers. And AD, you know, pisses me off sometimes, but, you know, statistically speaking, AD's good, and we're going to see his matchup against Jared Allen tomorrow. I think AD's able to win that matchup. So give me the Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron James, Austin Reeves, Anthony Davis, get it done at home at Crypto in Los Angeles, +3.5, +135 on the line. Give me the Lake Show. And folks, thank y'all for watching our NBA predictions daily here on the channel for the final day of 2024, obviously December 31st. If you haven't yet though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks, folks. Make sure to join us for 2025. Thank you for all the support here in 2024. It's been incredible. I can't thank y'all enough. We'll be back again every single day here of 2025. So happy New Year. Let's go make some money with the 40-year-old LeBron James. Oh, LeBron James, where do I even start? Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.